What's up, everybody? It is only Journey here. I hope you are all having a wonderful whatever time it is for you guys right now. I know I certainly am. It's 6 o'clock, it's pitch black outside, but I still have my drink. Once again, we are reacting to Miss Amberlynn Reed, who uploaded a new Reactlyn video. Like I said, of course, I have my orange drink because I can't do this shit sober. I don't have water with me right now, but you guys should have some water. Stay hydrated. Things in girl world have been a little hectic lately. Alexis is making a fool of herself in Tommy's DMs. Tommy is just asking to be left alone, or at the very least, Alexis, stop mentioning their kid. Listen, just because I want Tommy in federal custody does not mean that I approve talking about their child. That child is innocent and has done nothing wrong. So keep the kid out of it. Christ. If you like this video and want to see more like it, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And just a disclaimer that everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only. I know nobody involved in any of these situations. I am simply reacting to the situations with my background knowledge of them. That was a lot of words in one breath. Point is, Amber, you can't sue anybody simply because they're reacting to you. You tanked your own channel. This video is called The Truth About FBI Frank with Screenshots, Voice Memos, DMs, and Text Messages. I want to see if he really did compliment her following.
Hey guys, welcome to
Amber.
Another Reactlyn video. I figured we should do
I do like the braid in her hair and I do like her shirt.
one about the FBI Frank story. Since then, people have been literally trolling me about this story. I want to clarify exactly
He's turned into a meme. Yeah.
what happened. Did I actually lie about this? Or do I have proof that it did happen? Okay, so today we have a mukbang and a story time for you guys, which I am so excited for. It's actually like really random.
Stop reacting to your own content. This is just double boring. Also, this mukbang is so against terms of services and you're re-uploading it. Okay.
Random and weird. So in this video, I'm actually in my office, and that picture that's behind me is this beautiful woman, and her nipples were out. Yep.
Okay.
We have water is what we were drinking today. Wow, your girl was drinking water back then. I need to take my advice.
Yeah, you should. Water is important to existing. Jesus Christ, I don't know how you haven't had a stroke yet with the amount of diet soda you drink. Or how you haven't gotten cancer. Because of all the aspartame. And yes, I know you need like a shit ton of aspartame in order for it to cause any effect, but keep in mind this woman is drinking 5 cans minimum a day. This woman drinks no water whatsoever. And I know for a fact that when she starts drinking water again and she feels sick, like you do when you haven't drank water for a long time, she's immediately gonna quit it and just never drink water for the rest of her limited existence. I don't know. She doesn't want to get better. She doesn't want to improve her health. Beck has said as much. She didn't think about how worrisome it would be if she got cancer again. She just went back to everything else that she's ever done. She gives zero shit about her health and she never has. And that just irks me. Because like, how the fuck can you be a cancer survivor and not be grateful as hell for being here? I've lost 2 people. My mom almost died from cancer in her 20s, and it's like, I can't with this woman. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why do you not take your health so seriously? Why is this all a big joke to you? And why do you think it's gonna keep your audience coming back for more? You're just a sad fat woman on the internet who is pathetic and who doesn't know how to do anything unless she has the help of a girlfriend or caretaker. Anyway, sorry for getting a little heated.
Not drink a drop of water in weeks, and I'm not joking about that.
Oh, it's been
eating.
It's been longer than that. I would bet so hard it's been longer than that. I will not believe that this woman has drank water until she drinks some on video.
Today is Singapore rice noodle, which is so freaking good. This is what it looks like. I want to eat on a plate though.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. In Virginia.
The way she is eye-banging that food, y'all, like, you can just see it in her eyes when she's looking at the food. I don't know. It's something. The vibe there is weird.
Oh my god, this is so much. Singapore rice noodle, or as it's also called Singapore Mei Fun, is literally one of my favorite things to get at a Chinese restaurant. And they give you so much. They literally pack that container so full. I have never finished that in one sitting. I think it's impossible.
That's surprising you can't eat it in one sitting. Though I believe you're lying about that.
This is Singapore Mei Fun. So you guys can find it at your Chinese restaurant. It's rice noodle. It's like a curry.
Rice noodles are very good. I'm gonna cut out as much of this as I possibly can because I find this disgusting. There's a difference between making mukbang content and making mukbang content as an obese person with food addiction. There's two of these. YouTube doesn't like this one because it's feeding into eating disorders. They both could be, honestly. Who knows? I don't know. I don't watch mukbangs. I don't like watching people eat.
Just deliciousness. Oh yeah, and chicken. I'd much rather have it without the meat. I don't mind the meat too much, but I wouldn't say the meat is exactly my favorite. So let's dive in. So I actually haven't had this in so long, probably over a year. But the last time I did have it, I asked for just shrimp.
Okay.
Because the shrimp in it is really good. But the pork and the chicken, especially the chicken, is a no.
Really depends on the way it's prepared. But also I wish you would give us like a little more, you know, something, and a better descriptor. What did it taste like? What were the flavor notes? Like, you're just saying, oh, I ate something and it was yummy. And it's like, I bet it was. But why was it yummy? How was it yummy? What made it yummy? What parts of the dish were your favorite? If you want to be a food review channel, that's fine, Amber. That's probably the only way your addiction would pass on YouTube. More than it already has. But, like, learn what a food reviewer does. Learn what they look for. I don't know, take a fucking food review class if they've got them. I'm sure they do. They have classes for everything nowadays. But, like, damn, this is the most bare bone, lazy food review I have ever seen. I know this is from years ago, but, like, even with her talking about it now, like, give us something. Why was it good? Why did you like it?
So how are you guys doing?
You know, I was doing great before I had to watch you scarf this down.
I'm telling you, life is so much easier when I just filmed mukbangs. Such easy content. Like,
Such easy content that YouTube would take down later on because it's your addiction, not something healthy. I don't think mukbangs are healthy in general, in my opinion, but, like, do whatever. But if it's somebody who is, like, this big and they have food addiction that they are not getting any help with, it's glorifying obesity. It's in their TOS. They don't like that shit. They don't like glorifying EDs. So why do they still have Amberlynn and Eugenia Cooney on their platform? I am not sure, but they make a good chunk of change for them, so that's probably why.
Eat a good meal and just talk while you're doing it. But it's not fun to react to. It's not fun to watch, I will say that.
Hey, at least she can understand that. At the very least. That is disgusting. That is the worst thing I have ever paused on in my entire life.
Okay, so being on YouTube comes with a fair share of disappointments.
Okay.
I mean, amongst amazing things as well. But something that I consider
that was the afterthought of the century for her, damn.
Disappointment is like...
It was like, wait, I have to say something nice about my audience or else they won't continue to watch me. Like, that's what it gives, is how quickly she added that on. Is like, oh shit, I forgot to be nice first.
telling people to off themselves or threatening to off someone. Why? Well, it's pretty simple. These people hide behind keyboards and they can say whatever the hell they want with no consequences whatsoever. So there has been like this idea floating around, which I feel like is such a good idea, that like if you're going to be on certain social medias, like you have to show your ID with that username. So if things are being said that are extremely scary, like ultimately like hardcore harassment and threats, like your username and your comment or your messages are linked up to your ID. I think that's such a freaking great idea.
Not with stuff like YouTube, in my opinion. And unless you're making money off of those platforms, those social medias really have no business with your identification, especially with how easy it's been to hack them as of late. I would not want just random commenters' IDs to be connected with their accounts, because the implications of like, because YouTube and Google and all of that, blah, 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 the implications of those websites and, you know, the corruption that's going on right now and, you know, the hacking and all that fun stuff. How safe would your stuff be?
They said they live nearby, like this whole thing. And I remember reading it and being like, excuse me? I actually took a screenshot of it. This is the only time I've ever done this, like actually been kind of like scared of a comment. I'm really annoyed because I actually do not have the screenshot of it. Obviously, like all of this happened in 2021.
But you allegedly keep everything, Amber. Like text messages with your ex-girlfriends and your ex-friends and stuff like that. So why wouldn't you have this? Did you ever have it in the first place? Did this ever happen in the first place? I'm not sure if it did, because without that comment, I don't know. I mean, that's a horrible comment if like that actually happened, but knowing Amber, I don't know if it did. And also, over one comment, like, unless the person who left the comment had, like, a history of this and was already known to the FBI, I don't understand why they would tell you this. So, I don't know. I'm interested to see how she spins this, because I really don't believe a word coming out of her mouth.
But it wasn't until February 2022 when the FBI actually tried to contact me. And then I actually didn't even upload this story time until March 2022. So yeah, through all the shuffle of it all, I definitely do not have that screenshot anymore, sorry. Screenshots and stuff, and sending them, I remember I sent it to Becky, a couple other friends of mine, and I was like, what is this? Like, what is this? So.
Okay, well, I'd be interested in seeing if Beck truly does have this screenshot, or if any of your friends have this screenshot.
I guess some of you, so I want to say thank you, actually found that comment and was scared by it as well, because dun, 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 I get a message on Instagram from my ex's sister and said
which allegedly this never happened, according to Beck.
FBI showed up for you. She sent me a picture of like the card that the FBI gave her. The FBI said contact her because we need to talk to her. I was terrified, and all of that is true. That very much did happen. And here is a screenshot. I blocked out any personal information, obviously. Here's actually the screenshot of the person messaging me and telling me about it, and then also sending me a picture of the card that the FBI gave them.
Hey, so the FBI came to my parents' house today looking for contact information for you. They said you weren't in trouble, they just need to talk. I don't think anyone has your number, so blah, blah, blah. Then there's the Federal Bureau of blank, and then U.S. blank, 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 justice. What in the world? And then, like, a minute and a half of voice memos. Thanks, that's crazy that they reached out for that specifically / saw it. I'm glad it wasn't about anything serious. Fair.
I had a panic attack because I had to sit there and think of my life. I was like, literally, did I do something that I don't remember that I did? Like, honestly, I was so terrified. I was like, what is happening? And that's low-key downplaying it. I was genuinely scared. I was so confused. Do you guys ever get that feeling when like you see a cop, like you're in a car and you see a cop and they're behind you and like literally you think
yeah, actually, like, yes, genuinely, yeah. Listen, when anyone asks me, hey, can I talk to you? I immediately am like, what the fuck did I do? Did I commit unforgivable sins? Did I murder somebody? Did I rob a bank and I didn't know what was going on because I was high? Did I literally steal candy from a baby? And then they're like, oh no, like, here's this training thing. And it's like, oh, really? You couldn't have said that you had a training thing. You just said I needed to, okay, thank you. You just gave me a heart attack.
Done like the worst crime in the whole world, even though you've literally done nothing. I am not the only person who feels this way because there are memes about it. And that's genuinely how this situation felt, but like on steroids, like a million times worse. I don't know why, but yeah.
How quickly she's picking that up and shoveling it into her mouth makes me think that, yes, Amber, you can eat that in one sitting.
Yeah, I didn't know I lived here. So this right here is one of the reasons why people are like, this story is so fake. Like, how does the FBI not know where you live? And that is a question that I also have myself. I truly have no idea.
Did you legally change your address? Because, like, sometimes it'll go to, like, an old address, and then they may see that, like, you're not on that lease anymore, so they see what else, like, other people who lived with you, and then they try and contact them. But, like, also, how the fuck didn't they get your phone number, considering that should be hooked up to, like, a credit card or something like that in your name, and they should be able to get your info from that pretty easy. Especially with, like, last use. I don't know. Your story does fall apart there.
That's fair. Obviously, immediately, I end up calling the number that is on the FBI guy's FBI card. I was so scared. Some woman picked up and she was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna call the FBI guy, Frank. And here the new side character is born. Why not? So Frank was like out of the office or something, and she was like, I can give him a call like on his personal cell phone to get like a hold of you. What was that voice?
And also, if it's not serious, they wouldn't be doing this. So it's either the person who made the comment was on a watch list and was truly dangerous, or Amber's lying. And most of the time, Amber's lying.
I was like, why does she want to like bother him on his personal phone instead of just like leaving him a message? Like, what did I do? Oh, so scared. I was like, what is the promptness of this? Like, why do they want to talk to me this bad? So I said, thank you. Yes, call him if you want, like, whatever. And I'm a very patient person, but like situations like this, I don't have patience. I was like, oh my God, I need to know, like, what is happening? I'm usually normally a pretty patient person, but like in this situation,
the gall for her to upload this after the Destiny DMs. The gall that she still uploaded this and she didn't delete it, because you are a lot of things, Amberlynn. Patient you are not.
I didn't even know what the word patience meant. Like, I needed to know right this minute, like, why did FBI Frank want to speak to me? Just imagine the FBI trying to contact.
You didn't learn the word patience throughout your entire stay in the foster care system, or like your life in general. Patience is something that kids are supposed to learn pretty early. Like, I know your parents weren't that great with you, But, like, what about your foster parents, the system? Surely you must have been such a little demon child that they must have, like, told you to be patient at least once.
You guys, like, it puts you in a headspace that you didn't even know, like, you had. So, it wasn't even 45 seconds after I hung up with the receptionist, Frank called me.
Really?
Imagine having the FBI call you from their own personal cell phone that quickly and that swiftly. I was like, your girl's about to go to prison. I did something that I don't even know that I remember I did. Like, I was so anxious. I said, Frank, man, you done scared me. No, okay, it wasn't like that. No.
This video was uploaded during the COVID era. This feels like it was uploaded in 2016. Amber has never changed. She never will change. She doesn't want to change. She doesn't even want to take charge of her health. She doesn't care that she had cancer. She just cares about it as like a clickbait thing, so then she'll get more views. And that's all she cares about. She even thinks that her staying fat will keep her popular.
Immediately, he said, you are not in trouble. I remember in that very moment, it felt like the weight of the world left me. But then I instantly thought, what did my brother do? What did my dad do? What did my mom do? Like, why do they want to talk to me, of all people? And I was like, oh my God, what did I do? Turns out, y'all, the FBI is actually on my side. I never thought that, like, cops or the FBI even remotely would care about some YouTuber online. I think genuinely we underestimate some scary comments online. And we always think like certain situations like, oh, something like that would never happen to us. That person was just a troll. I mean, it kind of goes along the lines of like when I got diagnosed with cancer, I thought in my head, like prior to, like, oh, that would never happen to me. Like, no one's invincible.
I don't know when she filmed this. She didn't say, but I feel like this was filmed recently after Beck's newest Q&A. Because like, ooh, talking about the cancer, yeah, that you didn't care about the negative health connotations after, and you didn't care about keeping yourself healthy to avoid getting cancer again.
But turns out that a lot of people reported that very comment that I saw, and I guess they reported it to like authorities, like even higher than like just reporting it to YouTube. The FBI ended up seeing it. Like, Frank was like, oh my God, like complimenting me on my following and stuff.
They can be interested by that, but like, I don't think, unless Amber was very like freaking out and like they were trying to calm her down and be like, hey, you do good at your job. Giving somebody the benefit of the doubt, I can understand that something like this definitely could have been said. But, like the rest of the community says, this is Amberlynn we're talking about, so who knows? Because, like, I'm just saying, I've met some people who are not versed in social media, and then I'll show them, like, different people on social media, and I'll be like, yeah, 3 million people watch this person, and they're like, Jesus fucking Christ, that person is famous. I would love to have 3 million people learn about me. I think that would be cool. They would like my mustache, I think. But also it depends on like how old this person was, because like people in their like early 40s down, we look at that and we're like, yeah, that's how the internet works sometimes. It's funny.
And it's true, he did compliment me on my following, and I think that just a lot of people do that because I think that's just a nice thing to say. I don't really think that like everyone has been completely genuine when they compliment me, like when I tell them about my following. Like, if like the first time I ever saw my tax accountant like 8 years ago, I was complimented by them because they needed to know my job. And then one time, like, I was signing up for a freaking Costco card years ago, and they complimented me on my thing then because you needed to say what your job was. Like, I think people just say that to be nice. It doesn't mean they're being 100% genuine. But FBI Frank did compliment me. Whether he actually meant it or not, it did happen.
Whether or not they mean it to be genuine, like how you never mean anything genuine, Amber.
But guess what? So they took that comment very seriously, as they should. They did.
Girl, just put the tiny screen. It's not that hard. You film one on your phone, you film the other on your laptop with like Streamlabs is what I use. It's not that hard. It really isn't. So like why are you making this so difficult for yourself? Because yes, I understand you did say that like this takes you a while to edit. I understand why it takes you a while to edit, because you are doing this to yourself. Look at me. Big journey, tiny Amberlynn Reed. You could do big Amberlynn Reed, tiny. Please no more tiny Amberlynn Reed on your channel, Amber, for God's sakes. React to something else. Ah!
Did a whole IP address, like tracked him. Oop. Okay, I'm not gonna say who the person is that left that comment, but it is a guy, and I know his full name. I know where he lives. So
that's illegal for them to do that. If you know his address, like the city, I think that should be fine. His address, that is illegal. So no, I don't believe for a fucking second that this happened, because that Frank would be getting sued by the Department of Justice. Like, those calls are monitored, are they not? They should be monitored. Also, how the hell would he get all that information if he wasn't at work? As far as I know, you're not allowed to bring that kind of work home with you because it's sensitive information, right? This story makes no sense. So either Amberlynn is lying, or there's an FBI agent who is very corrupt, which honestly, either one is plausible at this point, but really, this one, Amber, you have to be bullshitting. Like, are you just bringing back old shit because you know that this was the stuff people would watch? Because you don't want to do anything relevant or even try to make your content better? You just want to sit there and try and make easy content for the views that you're not getting? This woman irks me. If you haven't fucking noticed, I am still, like, part of my anger, like, half of my anger is still really angry that she apparently did not give a shit about caring about her health after the cancer. How? It's cancer!
Like, worried for me. They were like, do you know this guy? I said, nope, never heard of him. So, I don't know. I think it's pretty neat that, like, if there is like a fear that I have from a YouTube comment or a message, Frank is there. He said, call me anytime. Aw, FBI Frank being there. I actually did not contact him since then. So if you ever feel threatened or anything like that, I've never talked to the FBI before. So I thought that was like literally the craziest thing. Like,
it could have been a troll. It totally could have been a troll, and if that was a troll, then that's hilarious. But also, like, would the FBI have their own card-making company that they go to, and then so, like, nobody else would be authorized necessarily? Like, how would that work? Because then how would the person who is allegedly the troll get the FBI cards? I mean, I feel like you could just look up FBI business card and you'd be able to find a photo anywhere, so you could probably reverse engineer it, or like make a similar design that looks almost exactly like it, but has like, I don't know if there's any regulations to that, but I don't know. I feel like the FBI wouldn't be smart enough to have like only one company that's allowed to print their cards. So maybe you could just order FBI business cards and commit a crime that way. Huh. So, we have 3 theories now. Amberlynn's lying, the FBI was a troll, or the FBI was seriously unethical and needs to be sued by the Department of Justice. I like this. I'm gonna continue making fun theories because, in all honesty, I believe that it's probably the easiest one. Amberlynn is lying. She truly believes her lies, like many narcissists do. But, like, those other 2 are, like, kind of funny. And also the FBI just being corrupt is quite plausible. But also, you'd think they'd vet their people better. Because that kind of person gives off Amberlynn vibes of somebody who sends all of their romantic DMs to their best friend.
Like, they were really, truly worried about my safety. And I don't know, I felt, like, really safe for a minute there. I just had to share that with you guys. It's so weird. I don't know, I think I'm just, like, really overly grateful. Like, when it happened, this happened, like, I know it's been, like, over a month, maybe 2 months. I don't really know. But when it happened, I was so scared at the beginning. I was like, oh my God, what did I do? Like, what did I do? But it turns out I didn't do anything. They were actually just there for me. I don't know. So the day that I did get in contact with the FBI, I was actually going over to a friend's house that day, and they were trying to call me, but I was on the phone with the FBI. So then I actually texted my friends, and I was like, this isn't even clickbait, because that was something that we used to say, like, when we would say something outrageous. We'd be like, this is not clickbait. But I even sent them a text, which you can see here in this screenshot, where I was like, I was just on the phone with the FBI, and I'll explain when I get to your house.
Sounds good to me. I was on the phone with the FBI. I wish this was clickbait. Why? I'll explain when we get there. Okay. Really still trying to desensitize myself to watching people eat food, because that is something I kind of want to get over, but it's so gross.
It makes me feel, like, comforted. Shrimpy. Not gonna lie, watching this video makes me want to do a mukbang. It makes me want to just enjoy a meal with you guys.
Please don't. Don't continue making feeder content. Thank you very much. Are you still with Emily? Because it feels like you're still with Emily, considering you're off semaglutide, which is what they wanted. You're eating on camera, another thing she wanted. You're gaining weight, which is literally pretty much your only sex appeal to her. So are you still together? In all honesty, in comparison with the other option, because people have been saying that she's following this, like, 18-year-old or this somewhere between 18 and 20, I don't know the age. I really hope that that child is not dating Amberlynn Reed. Listen, guys, I'm thinking back to when I was 18, and when I was even when I was 20, which is only 2 years ago, I was still a baby. Even 6 months ago, I was still a fucking idiot, okay? We constantly change and evolve as people, and we should be continuing to do that. So I just hope, for this girl's sake, that she sees who Amberlynn is, and quickly she gets some confidence and she gets the hell out of there. If it's one of the 2, I hope it's Tommy.
Something I genuinely love about mukbangs is I eat less in them. Because when I'm eating at home by myself, because I live by myself, I'm usually eating while watching something, and I eat extremely fast, and it's like I'm not sitting there enjoying my meal. But when I film a mukbang, I'm eating slow, talking to you guys in between bites. I don't know, I kind of miss it. The shrimp tastes amazing, but I very much am a texture person, and the texture of shrimp, I've slowly realized that I'm hating it more and more. So, like, here's another piece of shrimp. I could have a few pieces and that's like it. then it just makes me feel sick. Such a true statement. Texture of shrimp is not always the greatest, but thankfully the Singapore rice noodle here in Oklahoma where I live, I don't know if they like cook their shrimp like extra long, but the texture doesn't get me grossed out as bad.
What's
but, like,
the texture? What's the flavor? What's, you know, going on with the food? Tell us. Give us a little more than this. Please make it interesting for the love of Christ. And I don't even worship Jesus Christ anymore. I worship Aphrodite. And she's definitely not blessing this woman right now. Sorry, that was mean. Anyway.
like if the shrimp...
And what I mean by that is, you know, beauty is on the inside as well on the outside. She's not a bad looking lady, but my golly gosh, is her heart as black as fucking coal. The way she treats everybody in her life, her mother, her exes, her friends. I would be getting myself locked in a psych ward if I acted like this. I would probably be dying of shame and bringing shame to my family and all of their pets if I ever acted this way as a genuine person. Listen, I have my moments of being a real see you next Tuesday, and I apologize for those because that's important to do. And I also take the time to process what I've done, how I can do better, and behaviors I can implement going forward. This woman does not. This woman has never, and nor will she. And it irks me because I can't understand why somebody wouldn't want to change. Like, I understand not liking change, but like, Amberlynn has almost no friends, if that 18-year-old really is her friend. Her family doesn't want to be around her that much, and she alienates all those who try to be near her because she's too afraid for them to leave. Which is understandable, but that's no one's problem but your own, Amber. And I just imagine that this woman is fucking miserable. Because, like, when I didn't have friends, when I wasn't going out, when I was pretty much housebound and not doing anything and just keeping to myself, I'm an introvert, but I was still depressed as hell. It's not like you haven't met your kind of people, Amber. It's that you don't even know who you are. You put yourself in a box of what you are supposed to be. You don't even budge for your own sexuality when it's obvious that you may find men attractive in the more intimate ways. How do you expect to find people who will put up with you if you do not change, if you're not trying to be a good person, if you're not trying to be kind, if you're not trying to fix yourself for more than 5 minutes? Will this woman ever learn, or will she perish trying?
Shrimp is like not cooked for as long as I want it to be. Like, I can only take a couple bites. I genuinely have no idea what I'm talking about there. And I don't know if I actually talk any more about the FBI Frank stuff in this. So I'm going to continue watching this. And if I do have something to say about the FBI stuff, then I will let you know. But I do have a screen recording of me actually speaking to the person who first sent me the FBI card and said the FBI like came by to like speak to you. So I want to show you.
Okay, you should have put that in with that DM. This is a waste of time. You could have put that back, what? 8 minutes ago? 10 minutes ago? I don't get you.
Guys, like what I said to them, which is also proof that I was not lying. All right, so I did watch the rest of the video and no more talk of FBI Frank happened. So here I'm going to show you the voice memos that I actually sent the person who contacted me. So here it is. Okay, so I'm sending this in voice memo because I feel like it would be easier. So first of all, thank you so much for reaching out to me. I just got so much anxiety and I was so scared, but I figured I would tell you guys like why they wanted to talk to me, because I just called them, just talked to them. Because I don't want you guys worried. I mean, I don't even know if you are, but, so I was like freaking out. I was like, oh my God, what did I do? I thought maybe I did something bad and I didn't know, you know? So after calling, the guy got off.
You never know if you do anything bad because you never take accountability, and any time that any of that happens, you just shut your fucking eyes.
Told me, and it turns out they saw a comment on my YouTube page from back in October. And I remember this comment so well, which is really weird because I get so many comments per video, but this comment was threatening to kill me. And I remember it because they were like, yeah, I know exactly where you live, and just like literally threatening to kill me.
Wait, so Amber was saying like this person was threatening to kill me. Sister was like, oh, I'm so glad it wasn't anything serious. No, I'm sure that she says something like in the second voice memo that like, oh, it wasn't serious, it's all good, we're fine. But like, just with the context of this first one, it's kind of funny.
So I guess the FBI found that comment, which I'm not sure how, but long story short, whoops, I was cut off. But long story short, they actually found the IP address for that account, and they found the guy's name, and they have a picture of him, so they want to show me the guy to see if I like know him or not. I don't know, but I was really scared. But thank you for contacting me. I hope you're doing good. So the last 10 seconds of that voice memo was something personal to them about their life, so I am just saying that obviously I'm gonna leave that part out. So
Good.
The FBI Frank story is absolutely without a doubt real. It did happen. I know it sounds far-fetched, I know it sounds crazy, but it did happen. And due to them not knowing where I live, that obviously raises questions of, was this just a troll? I don't have the answer for you because I don't know. I'm strictly telling you what happened to me, and the whole FBI Frank story is 100% true, troll or not, but like, it seemed very real. All I took out of this video is I want to film a mukbang, y'all. Like, what the heck? Anyways, that is the end of this Reactlin. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Bye. Please never do this again if you're just gonna react to yourself. It really just like sounds like narcissism. And I don't know, you're bringing up shit that we really don't care about and we've already been new for the most part, or you're just respinning the stories, which is something you really like to do. You cannot trust Amberlynn. I was not expecting to be filming for almost over an hour. Holy fucking shit. That is nice. That is interesting. I'm having a bit of fun with this. This is gonna be a monster to edit though. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I've been getting comments asking me to react to Glitter and Lasers and Cyrax, and I am planning on doing videos on them. I want to do more of like a video essay / commentary type stuff on that, because I don't just want to be a reaction channel. I actually want to put more research into what I'm doing as well. I have so many ideas, so little fucking time, but we are making it work. I have several scripts in the works right now, and if you want to be notified when those come out, please click the bell for notifications. Other than that, guys, that is it for today, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!